Hello vegan adventurers, welcome to another exciting vlog from Chile. Today we're gonna be exploring protected area Silvestre near Curinanco beach. So we're gonna go along the coastline from Valdivia, and it's gonna be a really exciting vlog. Let's get in. So a few days ago we went the same way to the beach called Playa de los Enamorados near Niebla, but this time we went around 30 kilometers more and the road was much worse. So Chile has a very long coastline stretching like half of South America, but most of the beaches have a really cold water because of the cold Pacific current, and it's only suitable for sports like kitesurfing and windsurfing. So after about an hour and a half of bus drive, we got to see the beach Curinanco, which is a very long beach, and at the end there is a protected area where we're heading. Okay, so we got dropped off with the bus at the last station. It's called Punta Curinanco, and then you head off to the protected area called Silvestre, or you can also go to the beach Curinanco. After a few minutes we got to the gates of this protected area, and there was this park ranger explaining us which routes we can take, and we also had to pay 6,000 pesos or $10 per person, so it was not really surprising. You have to pay everywhere for hikes in Chile. So we have this amazing view right now, and we're eating lunch, some pasta with vegetables and sauce, but we can't take our backpacks up there on the trail. For what reason? Some virus? The guy didn't speak English and some other guy was translating, but he didn't really explain it good to us because of some virus, but I don't know what our backpack has to do with virus.
How all these other people, they also didn't know how to explain in Spanish, and they're just like, I don't know, just have to leave it here, I guess.
Yeah, so
like
other people just come down to whatever. I think it's more that somebody comes here and maybe takes some rare plants, or maybe they take some even animals, like sea otters and stuff, so you never know what's going on behind this thing, but yeah, it's just weird that the first time that we can't take a backpack on the trail. You can only take water and phone, and that's it. But what if you show him that you have nothing in the backpack? Still,
it's weird.
Weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. Weird country, I know. Okay, so here we're finally starting the hike, and it's already like 5 p.m, so it's quite late. And here are the animals that you can see here, including the sea lion and also a sea otter, which is a big attraction here. And we also had to be back by 7 p.m, so we had only 2 hours. We couldn't take our backpacks, so we had to carry the water in the hand, which was really inconvenient, and only good thing was the nice view here. After a few minutes we got to the first viewpoint, Mirador Chico. Wow! Woohoo! Bitches! Vegan power! So this trail is actually making a loop, and you can go first to Bosque Olivio, which is like some forest, and come back from Mirador Cunchungo. So it's nice that you don't have to come back the same way. And then we started going through this forest, which had only small trees and bushes. So the main reason why you have to pay entrance is not for the maintenance of the path, because the path is simply maintained by people walking here, but it's because it's a private property and somebody knew that there is a nice nature here, the viewpoints and things like that, and he thought he can make some money from this. And here we actually caught up with the people from the same group as we started at the gate, but we had still lunch for half an hour and we still managed to caught up with them with our fast pace. And here is a masked tree, so it's really special tree here, and there are lots of trees around and it's nice for breathing fresh air. But it's also sad that they're just keeping these trees because of the business, because they can make money from hiking tourists. And also they're growing trees in many other parts just to burn for wood or for furniture, but they don't think about growing fruit trees, for example, for people who don't have much money or are starving. So people should start thinking outside the box and not just the business, but overall well-being of the planet. So now we got to the crossroad again, and we go here to see the Bosque El Olivo. So we came from here and we all come back this way, but now we're just gonna see here how it goes. And then we entered this Bosque El Olivio, and I was imagining by name there's gonna be some olive trees here, but instead there are these high trees, and they're also really old, over 100 years I think. Then I saw one good tree for climbing, and you know me, if there is a chance for adventure, I'm gonna go for it. I'm in the tree. Trees are life, guys. Alright, so this is the end of the trail here, and you can see a little bit of the ocean through the trees. It's nice nature, and it took around 1.5 kilometers still here from the beginning, and from here you just have to go back, connect to the crossroad and go the other way around. and I think it's overrated for 6,000 Chilean pesos or $10 just to see these old trees. In Europe you don't have to pay so much money and you can see the old woods anytime you want. It's not so restricted, but here I think they make business from everything, so that's definitely one of the things in South America that I dislike, this barbed wire fence culture and business oriented everything, because they know the nature is the most valuable thing they can offer here. It's pretty sad. So it's amazing how nature provides plenty of opportunities to get out of your comfort zone, like demonstrated here. You can climb the trees, you can climb the rocks, you can take your mountain bike and go for the ride, you can run, you can also go in the ocean to snorkel. So anything in nature, there's plenty of opportunities to step to the next level. So plenty of opportunities to keep your life interesting, and you don't have to surrender to distractions and addictions like pornography, shopping, junk food, drugs, alcohol. After a few minutes of fast pace, we finally got out of this bushy forest, and then we got a nice view of the ocean and the cliffs. So after going through some more bushes from the first viewpoint, which were much smaller than before, we got to a second viewpoint, and this was not as good as the first one because you couldn't really see the cliffs, you just saw the open ocean. So here we got to another crossroad, and here is where we came from, Bosque El Olivio, and we're going to Mirador del Mar. And here is some young boy came to us, he wanted some water. It just goes to show that people never carry water with them because they're just not used to hiking, and people are just overly dehydrated all the time. So here we got another crossroad, and on the right we keep going to the Mirador Chuncungo, and on the left we go back to where we came from, and it says no bote basura, which means don't throw the trash here. But how could we throw any trash when they took all our backpacks? Now we got out of this bushy area again, and on the left you can see the whole beach of Curinanco. And as we were descending down towards the cliffs, we got a nice view of the Pacific Ocean. And then we got this view of the amazing art of nature, this hole in the cliff. So it's incredible what the power of nature, the waves can create. So the tip you can see in the distance is where Valdivia River is flowing in the ocean. We also got a view on the little hill in Playa Curinanco, which I'm gonna try to climb after. And then we finally got to the Mirador or viewpoint Chungungo, and we got this amazing view of the Pacific Ocean and the waves breaking on the cliffs. It was really spectacular. And here Sanya spotted a sea otter, so you can see it on the left rock in the left corner. So it looks like a brown ball now, and it's moving. So you need a really good eyesight to see it from here, and they're really rare to see actually, because they're much more shy than sea lions, and also they prefer a much cleaner water. So that's why it's a really special occasion to see them. And then I was recording a little bit these waves, and it's amazing how some of them are smashing the rocks with such a big power. And I always imagine the surfers, how they can survive these hits. It can be pretty dangerous if you get caught up in the wave and smash onto the rocks. And then we went to another viewpoint, which was a little bit more down, and Sanya spotted another sea otter. And when I came to record it, it was already going down in the water on the big rock, if you can see it. And after, we just took a few more pictures and it was time to head back. Then we got to the same viewpoint at the beginning, and it's just one of the most scenic viewpoints of the beach I ever seen. These multiple waves hitting the beach and the hill, it's just incredible. So around 7 we got out of the protected area Silvestre, and my thoughts, I think they're charging too much money and you can't even take your backpack there. The trail is not so long, but there are some nice things to see, like the viewpoints and the trees, and if you're lucky, the sea otters. But I still think it's extremely overpriced. $13 for a 2-hour hike is just ridiculous. And you know my stand, I think nature should be enjoyed for free. And so here we are going down to the Curinanco beach because we have 1 hour to spend before going for a bus at 8 o'clock. So now we got down to the beach and it was an incredible view again, and I can imagine spending here maybe half a day even. There's plenty of things to do. You can even climb this hill over here, which I'm gonna attempt soon, or you can just suntan on the sand, or even go swim a little bit in this water here. So we decided to try to hike this little hill that you saw from previous viewpoints, and just after a few meters we got this nice view of the lagoon. And the only problem was that this path was quite bushy and also quite steep on the right side. And after a few more meters the path started to go extremely steep up, and you had to basically scramble and climb and hold on to the grasses and bushes, and this was too dangerous, so I let Sanya stay here and wait for me, and I gave it a go. So I left my backpack down here and I'm continuing more up, and I don't have much more to the top, but you can see these rocks, it's pretty loose material, so we have to be extremely careful not to fall down. And also the grass, when you touch it is pretty spiky. And that part where I left Sanya was actually the most treacherous or the hardest, and after this it was pretty easy and I made it all the way to the top, and I see Sanya struggling down there, so I tell her not to risk too much, but it was amazing the view from here. Check it out. So it's amazing how nature gives you these opportunities to get out of your comfort zone. Like for me, this hill, I felt kind of uncomfortable and a little bit scared to go up that steep part, but once I overcame that fear, I got rewarded with this epic view and also that feeling how you accomplished something, a feeling of satisfaction. It's incredible, and you can find these things in nature all the time. Just don't go too far of your comfort zone not to hurt yourself, but just enough to get rewarded with things like this. So as I was recording the lagoon, I saw some movement in the water, and as I zoomed in, I realized it was a sea lion. So they're probably inhabiting all this coast of Chile, and they're really common here. So when we got down to the beach, we had a little bit more time left, maybe half an hour, and there was this other hill, and Sanya wanted to go up there because she didn't go on the first one, so we gave it a go. So this hill was much smaller and much easier to get up, but you still get amazing view from here. Alright vegan adventurers, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this great adventure from Chilean coast. I thought I would have more time for swimming here, but we had to go for the bus, so if you ever come here, there's lots of things to do. Make sure you have more time to spend on this beach. And tomorrow we have a last day in Valdivia. We're gonna go to an island. And as always, stay healthy and stay adventurous.